السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
Hjalmar Schacht walked hand in hand with Hitler during the 1930s, serving as Hitler's president of the Reichsbank from 1933 to 1939 and Minister of Economics from 1934 to 1937. He played a more than prominent role in implementing policies for Hitler. Schacht, whose nickname was the Old Wizard for being one of the greatest financial wizards during his time, was a Freemason, joining the Masonic Johannes Lodge Urania for immortality in 1908. Discussing Freemasonry in his personal autobiography entitled Confessions of the Old Wizard, Schacht stated, quote, "My father was a Freemason. He was a cosmopolitan. I grew up with these ideas, and I have never departed from these basic conceptions of Freemasonry and cosmopolitan ideals. Freemasonry runs in my family. My father belonged to an American lodge. My great-grandfather, Christian Ulrich Detlev von Eggers, was one of the Masonic notables of the Age of Enlightenment. Had even more nefarious contacts, and was even more than just Hitler's financial wizard. He was responsible for founding the Bank for International Settlements, an international financial institution currently owned by central banks. He referred to the BIS as, quote, my bank, unquote. The BIS accepted Nazi gold looted from occupied countries and was responsible for accelerating the Nazi war machine. In recent years, it has been confirmed that the Bank of England worked hand in hand with the BIS, willingly handing over $5.6 million worth of Czechoslovakian gold to the Reich. This was accomplished through the relationship of Hjalmar Schacht and Freemason Montague Norman, the governor and CEO of the Bank of England and well-known supporter of the Nazis. Who, you ask, has been the major stockholder of the Bank of England since 1798? Well, it's none other than the House of Rothschild, the supposed arch-enemy of Hitler and the Nazis. Through Freemason Hjalmar Schacht's establishment of the BIS and Montague Norman's Bank of England, the gold heist of the Nazis made the international bankers even more powerful. The BIS continued its existence even after Great Britain went to war with Germany, having been approved by Great Britain itself. All through the war, the Reichsbank continued paying interest on the monies lent by the BIS. This interest was used by the BIS to pay dividends to shareholders, which included the Bank of England. Thus, through the BIS, the Reichsbank was funding the British war economy. And declassified American intelligence archives reveal an intelligence operation known as the Harvard Plan, describing a close cooperation between the Allied and German business world. This nefarious relationship was established through an American banker named Thomas McKittrick, who became president of the BIS in the 1940s. McKittrick kept the bank in business through his close relationship with spy master Allen Dulles. As journalist Adam Liebar notes, quote, "Thus, while Allied soldiers were fighting through Europe, McKittrick was cutting deals to keep the German economy strong. This was happening with what the U.S. documents describe as the full assistance of the State Department, all kick-started by Hitler's banker and Freemason Hjalmar Schacht." After the war, 5 Bank for International Settlements bankers were tried for their war crimes, including Hjalmar Schacht. The lead U.S. prosecutor at Nuremberg was 32nd-degree Freemason Robert H. Jackson. During his trial, Schacht stated, "They don't hang bankers," and he was right.
Conclusion. The tribunal finds that Schacht is not guilty on this indictment and directs that he shall be discharged by the marshal when the tribunal presently adjourns.